Now for question 4A. Before A, yes. So question 4A. No scenario was kind of given, but just straight up questioning. So it says Cambridge Statistics Center collects data, manipulates and presents it to help with making decisions within the city. Differentiate between the terms data and information. This is pretty much easy. Yeah, data is raw, unprocessed facts, and information is processed data. So let's see how we go about it. So 4A. Data. Oh. Facts. Figures. I don't know. Meaning by themselves. So examples like examples like um 50, just like that. Just no. While the information information is data that has been processed, organized, or given context. So it becomes meaningful, useful. So John let me just say dollars. Let's just dollars. Perfect. So it is now meaningful. Can express it. So let me put it in a quote so you know it's an expression. Now that will give you 2 marks. So the next one is Cambridge Statistics Center hired individuals within its IT department to assist in making tasks easier for the company. Complete the table below by inserting the name of the correct professions in the first column to match the description of the roles given in the second column. Okay, so this is the description. And here you will now type in the profession. Okay. Ensure that develop application works the way. Here you could say maybe software tester, or a quality assurance just a software tester should be. Software tester. And the next one here, this could be ensures. So this one ensures that the developed application works the way it is intended to. Then while this one ensures that connectivity within the organization is robust. So that could be a network administrator, or network engineer. I think the first will be more preferable in this case. And design, create, and maintain data storage systems. So this will be database administrator. Database administrator. There you go. And you have the 3 marks. Now we are given, this looks like a spreadsheet. So this is a spreadsheet. The marketing team at Cambridge Statistics Center were tasked with identifying the leading coffee shops within the city. The spreadsheet extract below shows data for the first 4 months of 2025 that was collected and stored. I think here you have what it is required. So write the function including the range that can be used. Write the function including the range that can be used to determine the number of shops in the spreadsheet. This is pretty much simple. So they ask us to write the function. What we are going to do here is I'm going to use the space. So this is for C I. That function, write a function. So if they're asking you to write a function, that means you're going to write it in full. That means the function and the range. That is what it means. So they want you to write it in full. See here, write the function, include the range. So this will be the function. Function will be equal to count A, and you open the bracket and you put the range. So we want to count the shop. And say, yeah. So here, F4 to A7. A4 to A7. The A4 colon A7. So that's what you need to check out. So you just count from here. This is A, column A, and it's going like this. So it will count this way down, right? Yes. So reason why you're using count A is to make sure that it counts cells are not empty in that range. So that's it. For CII, write the function or formula that would be required to display the correct total in cell F5, average in cell G3. Okay, let's say here for what? For CII. If I'm going to write a formula now, what am I going to do? The total in cell F5 is F5 F. This is 5. What formula will do this? This is F5, right? I'm going to add like this. So that would be range will be B5 to E5. And the other one is average. Okay, so it will be equal sum. Now that's the function. So this will be faster. So cell B5 E5. And that's it. Then the average, the one will be average in G3. G3. Pretty much easy. So this will be the range here to here. B3, B3. So it will be equal to average. Then you open the bracket, which is with the range B3 E3. Right? So now there is another way to do this part using the formula. I've just given you the function, right? So I'm going to write out the formula. Let me use let me use a green one. Function or formula, so you can be both ways. So I'm going to use a green pen to write out the formula part. So here, you could say or. Say or you say equal to, but this is kind of longer, that's why I don't really like it. Equal to the first one will be equal to B5 F5, right? Equal to B5 plus C5 plus D5 plus E5. And that's the first one. Then the average. Yeah. Let me write this properly so that you don't confuse it. So, total and F5. The total in F5 is this. Average in G3. Average in G3 will be equal to B3. No, I'm going to use the bracket, right? Equal to bracket B3 plus D3 plus D. The reason why I'm using the bracket is because I want to calculate what's like a board mass. Calculate what is in the bracket first. Then D3 plus E3. I'm going to close the bracket. I'm going to put / divided by 4. Yeah, /4. That gives you the average. So these are formulas. Well, these are the functions and these are formulas. So just choose the one you want to use in terms of answering either a function or formula. Function is kind of smaller and quicker, while the formula is a bit longer. Okay. Let's see what we have here. So a D, let's look what D has for us. A chart was required to show percentage shares and sales for each coffee shop. The results are displayed below. So you are given a chart, and this chart here is called a pie chart. It's like a shape of a pie with various divided sectors. You can see here. So the DI says identify the type of chart used above. So are pretty much easy. So if that would be the case, you say here, okay, I'm going to use this space to write it out. Okay, so we say identify the for the I. Let's pray that this space gives me enough space to write things. So for the I, for the I is like that. A pie chart. Now a pie chart shows percentage of a part of a whole, and each slice represents a coffee shop's share of total sales. Yeah. You can see the slice here, and you see the percentage and all that. Okay, so let's move along. So it will be for the II, for the II steps. So I say step 1. Step 1, select data which including shop names and their totals. Total sales. Step 2, click and start tap on the ribbon, just like we did when we were doing the SPA. Then we need to do the column chart. We go to insert tab on the ribbon. Then step 3, click the pie chart icon. In the pie chart icon, so click the pie chart icon, and choose pie chart size. So we choose the pie chart style. Then the 4, add the titles. We'll add the chart titles. Add chart titles and label. Now that part is optional, but it's just a good practice for, making sure that you have something like this. Although this one doesn't have, but it's just good practice to have it. So let's see. I state the name and corresponding percentage value of the coffee shop which had the highest.
Philadelphia uplink successful. Welcome back, Commander.
That's the highest sales for the quarter. Okay. That will be for II. Let's say 4 D I. Is that 1 mark? Let's see. Highest slash, so it will be this one, coffee and biscuit. Okay. So coffee and biscuits. Maybe just percentage is 33%. So reason is that you have to look at this slice and you have to look at the key for the slice. Here you see the key here. This horizontal slash. Yeah. So this is the name and this is the percentage. Yeah. So that's it. Now let's go to for E. Define the term runtime error. Okay. For E. So define the time runtime error. Runtime error. Runtime error is an error that occurs while the program is running, or just say executing. Causing it to behave unexpectedly or crash. Now this is not detected. This is not detected by the compiler before execution. So that's runtime error. So the program starts, but nothing, or something goes wrong halfway through execution. Sometimes, let's say, like trying to divide a number by 0 or open a file that doesn't exist, things just crash up, everything stops. Yes. So the error occurs during execution. Okay. Just have that in mind, that this runtime occurs during execution. Mhm. Mhm. Okay, let's continue. State the difference between pseudocode and flowchart. Will have come again, or is unkillable. Mhm. Okay, let's state the difference. For F. Pseudocode is written in plain English like language. While flowchart uses graphic symbols and shapes to describe a program flow. I'll just say a program. So just describe the program flow. And once you do that, you get your 2 marks. So 1 mark for the pseudocode, 1 mark for the flowchart. Right? So we have this here, which is G. And G states what? The IT team at Cambridge Statistics Center is required to create a program that will be used by the team to collect data from the coffee shops in Cambridge Center for the first 4 months in 2025. The program should accept the following data: the name of the coffee shop and sales for the period of January to April, calculate the total sales for the period, calculate the average of the sales for the period, print the name. So if you look at this, it's have print the name of the coffee shop, the total sales of average, and so on. So it has input, some form of processing, process, and output. Complete the following: defining diagram, which is the IPO chart. This is the chart, input processing, that represents the program above. So I think what they are trying to show here is, in this, you have to look at which one is. So I think we start with the input will be, which is not even big enough. Name of coffee. Name of coffee shop. It's not big enough. Name of coffee shop. Then the next one will be what? Name of coffee shop. Then here will be processing. Say accept name of coffee shop. Then the output will be going to be name of coffee. Going to be name of coffee shop. So here is this. Now the next one input will be what? Sales for January. So here I'm going to do something here. I'll just say the sales for January February, March, April. So that will be the input, and here the processing. We have to read what you have to accept. This. First of all, we read. Read name, read January, February, March, April. Then what you do here is calculate total sales. Calculate total sales. It is equal to January loss, March loss, January plus February plus March plus April, right? Then the next thing is the next thing you will do is to calculate the average calculate average sales. What's the calculate total sales divided by total sales divided by 4. So therefore 1, 2, 3, 4. So total of this, total sales divided by 4. That will give you the average sales. Then what is going to be the output here? Total sales and sales average. So my output will be total sales, and the next output will be average sales. So that's it. That says an average sales. Okay. So now let's work on this. That will give you 4 marks. Doing this will give you 4 marks. As a programmer from the IT, you are required to write a pseudocode algorithm to instruct the program to collect sales data for the coffee shop. Draw a flowchart diagram to describe the path above. So like getting me now. Draw the program to describe in part, or just that part, coffee shop. Well, let's see where we can put it. We can use here. I'm going to use here. I'm going to say well, let's see how many coffee shops we have here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. Let's see what we can do. Oh, the on. So we do a flowchart. So that can start here. Okay. I know what to do. I will just say here, let's start. And here will be input. To say read the input. Input coffee shop name. Input coffee shop name. The next input will be input sales sales, March sales, April sales. And the next thing is to do some calculation. Now I am doing this so that later I can put the right diagram easily. So the next one will be to do a calculation. This total sales equal to gain sales plus rep sales plus March sales plus April sales. You see that I'm using the same set of variables that are declared as the names. So just have that in mind. Yes, now that I've done total sales, the next thing I will do is an average of sales. So average sales will be equal to total sales divided by 4. So the next thing for me there is what? So print coffee shop name, print coffee shop name, total sales average sales. Then we have end here. So now looking at this, right, we have to put the appropriate symbol. So this one we come with an ellipse. I'm going to start with an ellipse here, or oval. Then this we have input is parallelogram. So let's create a polygon. So here I'm going to create this parallelogram. Same thing here too. So making sure it is very bent. Parallelogram. Then this is going to be a rectangle. This is going to be a rectangle. Not this kind of rectangle. Hold on. So let me just use a line. Let me just use this here. Okay. Same thing here too. I'm just going to do a rectangle. Remember this here. And let me do this square. Yeah, so it doesn't look misleading. Just want to make sure that it doesn't look misleading at the end of the day. Yeah, because it's a rectangle. Put this in place here. So you have this. Then you have the print. And that print will be a parallelogram or the rhombo shape that you know. So it's going to be a parallelogram shape. And the end will be an ellipse or oval. Okay, so what is missing here now is the arrow. So we have to put an arrow. We have to put an arrow to indicate the flow. Hold on now. Arrow. Hold on. Arrow. The arrow goes this way. Goes this way. It's just a direct flow of program. Remember, it's just a simple program. No decision to be made here. Just keep flowing and flow onto the end. So this is how the flow chart is going to look like, and that will give you your 3 marks. And that is the end of this breakdown for the 2026 January Infotech IT paper. Yeah, Infotech paper. It's a hybrid one. Okay. See you next time.